Our conversation on this Tuesday with Ely Mayor Nathan Robertson. I want to read this posting, which, as you basically said, is just re-extending everything. Whereas Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak has issued emergency directive due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and whereas White Pine County has appointed a public health officer, and White Pine County public health officer has the authority to make enforceable regulations regarding the health and safety of county residents, and whereas I, Nathan Robertson, as mayor of the city of Ely, am vested with powers as the chief executive officer of the city of Ely, the 31st day of March 2020 do order the following. All directives from Governor Steve Sisolak and White Pine County Public Health Officer David Byun continue to be in effect and shall be enforced within the city of Ely. City offices shall remain closed to the public April 1st through the 17th. The moratorium on issuing special events permits will continue through April 17th, 2020. All non-essential municipal court hearings will be continued through April 16th, 2020. All city advisory board meetings, municipal utilities, animal control, and any other advisory boards shall be canceled for the month of April. And April 2020 city council meetings will be available via video conference or phone. The 6-foot social distancing rule for individuals attending in person will be adhered to. This executive order shall be placed before the Ely City Council on their next agenda for ratification. Signed, you, Mayor Nathan Robertson.
Me, yep.
There you go.
So nothing too out of the ordinary there.
No, it's not. But we want to make sure people are aware that these changes, such as they are, have been made.
Yep. Our first executive order on that was just 2 weeks, and that was going to be coming up here this week. And so to keep in step with what's going on at the state level and in the rest of our community, we've extended that. Right now, the school district is looking to have their first day of school on the 20th. That may be extended, but currently that's the date at the moment, and so we moved everything to that date.
To continue to the 30 days that the governor initially asked for.
Correct, yeah.
I know we're no experts. Do you suspect that this is following what the president said, that this may be continued to the end of April?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me if it did, but we're just going to kind of wait and see.
We don't know for sure, So.
No, my crystal ball went dim quite a while ago.
Yeah, well, I've been dim for quite a while. Anyway, so you're planning to have your next couple of city council meetings available via Zoom, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it'll be that or something equivalent. When our agenda comes out, either this Friday or Monday, there'll be directions on there on how to call in or how to access that via computer. And then we'll be encouraging everybody who can possibly just attend or participate through those ways. That's what we'll have them do.
And we'll cut and paste those out, hopefully. Hopefully they'll send me a doc file so I can cut and paste it instead of having to translate it and then cut and paste it and then the docs get wrong. So,
we'll see what you get.
We're being cheery here. I mean, we have to be cheery right now at this moment because things are just kind of depressing if we don't at least be a little happy about it.
They can be, but the sun's out today and take advantage of it.
And we talk about how did things go this morning at Ridley's?
Oh, it went fine. Saw some of the similar faces, and I only had to ask for help 2 or 3 or 4 times.
Didn't make too many cashier errors.
No, I hope not, or none that nobody caught anyway.
And your drawer balance, so there you go. That's the important part,
That's the important part.
The mayor of Ely, Nathan Robertson, training for his career past politics. It's always a good thing, You never can tell what's going to happen. Have you talked to many business people as to how they're being affected by this?
I've talked to a few, and just to reiterate, I mean, the advice and help that I've been offering is making sure that you're contacting or going on the SBA, Small Business Administration website, and looking at what's available there. Talking to some of our professionals in the community, like Rural Nevada Development Corporation. If you have loans or a landlord or things like that in relation to your business, do yourself a favor, give them a call. See what can be done there. If you need to miss a payment or two, what can be done to either tack it on the end or work out some kind of arrangement. We're all trying to get through this, and you do yourself a favor by asking those around you for help.
And to our business community, Joe Amato of the SBA was on with us earlier today.
Oh, that's great.
And he was saying that now one of the things that they are doing is once you fill out your and they have, by the way, made the SBA.gov/disaster website a lot more friendly. They did a whole bunch of revising it over the weekend. And they say that if you file now, within 72 hours, they will have you in advance.
Right, and that's,
which is good.
That is great. I mean, usually SBA loans are take quite a long time to process, but for them to get them processed within 3 to 7 days, I think has been great.
Which is what they're working on. And like I said, if you can get an advance in 72 hours just to get that extra cash there to make the payroll, that's because that's what a lot of people are coming up on. You're in the end of the month here. You've got payroll to make.
And my hat's off to all the business owners who are doing their best to keep their employees on staff and paid. I mean, that's no small thing during this unprecedented time, for sure.
No, it's not fun at all. No, not for any of us. So we're working with a lot of our businesses, and we have a number of advertisers who are working with us, and we're trying to make sure that they're still taken care of as best we can during this time. We've made adjustments. We're not doing the yuck commercials that we normally do with Sahara Motors. We're spending the time talking about their pickup service. And all of our people, they're working well, and we're working well with them. And we know that it's a hard time for them. It's a hard time for us. I mean, no business is going to come out of this unscathed for at least a period of time.
No, everybody is truly affected by this one way or the other.
And we will strive to make sure that folks are taken care of. What's new on your agenda today? Anything new?
A couple things, actually un-COVID-19 related that I wanted to get out there.
Really? We're going to talk about something that's not COVID?
A couple other things.
Shock,
I know. While everybody is quarantining and staying home and doing all that other stuff, I want to remind people that the census is still ongoing. Tomorrow is National Census Day. And a lot of you have probably already received something in the mail about the census. Do yourself a favor and go online while you're home and fill that out, or fill it out and mail it back in, whichever kind of form you ended up getting. I've been told by the Census Bureau that 20% of White Pine County has already responded. So
well, that's good news.
Yeah, for you early birds, thanks for doing that. For everybody else, tomorrow's kind of the day to do it, but they'll accept stuff for days and months and weeks after this.
And you don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can do it today.
You can do it today. Yeah, and this kind of stuff is so critical to keep in mind, because especially with any federal help we'll be getting, grants down the road in the next 10 years, anything, this census data is so important to make sure that here in our community we're getting as many state and federal dollars as we're eligible for. And
it goes beyond just getting those dollars. One of the things that it deals with is apportionment of representation.
That too, yeah.
And if the rurals are going to have any chance against the metro areas, we have to make sure that we have. And I mean, you snicker, but that's the truth, It
is. We need to be counted. If there's 10,000 people here and only 8,000 get counted, that certainly shorts us on representation. There's a lot of federal highway dollars and stuff at stake, and infrastructure needs, and if they think, there's not that many people there, we don't get as much assistance or infrastructure help with that. And this helps with our schools. It helps with any number of things. I'm always surprised at how far-reaching this census data kind of affects us for the 10 years but until the next census. So just be sure and do yourself a favor, and do us all a favor, and go fill that out. And one of the things that the Census Bureau wanted me to remind people of is you get to count everybody in your home. If you've got a newborn baby, they get counted. If grandma and grandpa are staying with you for a period of time, they get counted. So just make sure that everybody gets counted there.
There you go. So make sure you deal with the census stuff, folks. That's important. And not to get political, but if you want to make sure that the rurals might have a chance at getting an actual rural district again, instead of them being split between the two metros,
Yeah.
which all the districts are split between metros now and the rurals, which is not a good thing.
Right.
The rurals really don't have a voice except for Mark Amadei, who is strong in the rurals and always has been. In fact, he's here, and this isn't even his district.
Well, and it's for state representation too.
Yes, absolutely.
We do all that kind of stuff. So that. The other thing I wanted to mention is that they still had an opening on the City Municipal Utilities Board, and if you're interested in that and you live in the city of Ely, make sure you drop off your letter of intent or your request to be considered for that in the drop box outside City Hall by the end of the day tomorrow. So that was something there as well. And like we had said, like Wyatt had read earlier here in our little chat, the City Council will be having their meeting next week. On the 9th, but it will be available by video conference or phone. So just stay apprised of the information that comes out on how to access that.
And we will post that on our Facebook page.
Great.
And we will make sure that we try to get people to, as I recall, this is available by phone, so we can actually give people a phone number to call.
And that's what we're working on right now with our IT group is exactly how to do that. So I don't have the information on how to do that yet, but the intent will be that there will be a phone number you can call or you can access it through your computer.
All this high-tech stuff.
It's above my head. I have a typewriter in my office. So.
Yeah, and our phones are smarter than we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. So you're going to be up to Ridley's in the morning again?
I'll be up there.
Helping nice people from 6 to 7.
I'll be there tomorrow. And then another thing I wanted to pass along from Matt Walker at the hospital was all the people who had they started their materials drive yesterday up at the aquatic center here. So if you had extra materials or canned food, gloves or masks or things like that, you could drop them off up there. And the outreach has been fantastic. They got a lot of the materials they were needing up there, and they'll be collecting those Monday through Thursday this week in the morning. And furthermore, if you've got other stuff or you just want to volunteer, you're looking for some way to help, do yourself a favor and give the Aquatic Center a call. Christy Rozic, the director up there, has been the one coordinating that. So give her a call and say, hey, I've got this or I've got that, or I'd like to help with X, Y, or Z. How can I help? And she'll have some information for you there.
Yeah, and that number is 775-289-7700. 775-289-7700. No toys, no clothing, no personal hygiene items, just basic household items: toilet paper, paper towels, diapers, cleaning supplies, Clorox wipes, sponges, dish soap, hand sanitizer, hand soap, disposable gloves, masks, face shields, protective eyewear, canned goods, in date, please. Pasta, canned pasta sauce, flour, sugar, and yeast. And you can drop them off weekdays except Friday, Monday through Thursday, 9 to noon. And pickups, if you need help, give her a call, 775-289-7700. They'll be doing pickup in the afternoons. We got about a minute and a half here.
Well, I think that's about all
anything,
I can.
Well, I mean,
Get out and enjoy the sunshine.
You want to give a good message to people here in this last minute?
Sure. Get out and enjoy the sunshine while we've got it. We're supposed to have some nice weather this week.
Yes.
As a reminder, the park equipment, the playground equipment in parks around our community is off limits. But feel free to go down to the park, run around the grass, take a walk.
Get your bike out and ride it.
Get your bike out and ride it.
Take the dog out and walk him, but take your own doo-doo bags.
Exactly.
Please.
See to your mental health and physical health while we're doing this.
Exactly. So get out and enjoy yourself today. And Ely Mayor Nathan Robertson with us for our regular talk. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. If you have questions, you can email them to us, nevadatalknet@gmail.com, nevadatalknet@gmail.com, or through our Facebook, facebook.com/Nevada Talk Network. And we do post information there and on our KELY 1230 Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Nevada Talk Network. All righty, we will talk again tomorrow